could be very effective against these chakrams.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm not a complete hater. You know, I'll give it time. I'll see. I mean, we've seen the kind of Yumiko before, and it kind of does stuff like that. Be careful here. He did get the wall tech.
Well, I think a lot of it too for me is the D-Light, the Dare, and the neutral light. Being able to have, especially after the Dare and the neutral light, having that 45-degree angle to be able to pick off the chakrams. I think that'll be could be very, very good against this weapon. But I'm trying to think back, and we have not seen a whole lot of bow at all against chakrams. Even at max mode, I don't think I've seen this matchup.
Yeah, I think just Diana, maybe, right? We saw, I think,
Balloon Boy
whip that out. But otherwise, like, definitely a bit rare here. Nice Nair chain coming out from Kyna to go ahead and secure that first stock off the top. But, I mean, we'll see how things kind of shape out. I mean, Wess, you know, we watched a little bit earlier, get sent down to the elimination side, was unable to do it against Use.
Yeah.
And see if maybe this time around he'll be able to kind of change the narrative. But Kyna looking extremely potent here with this Yumiko. And I think that, what do you call it? That down sig as well on the hammer in particular is going to be pretty good, right? I think on the bow, it's not that great for this matchup, but I think for the hammer is much better.
Those wisps, I think the top one actually is like a full 90-degree above the head. It may not be quite, but no, definitely another good option to be able to counteract that Dare off of those chakrams.
Let's see here, Kyna fishing still. Gets a side light here, looking for some kind of dodge option. It's not going to convert. Tries to go for the down air as well. That's not going to connect. Down sig. Oh, he actually combos off the wisp there, and he wasn't ready for it to connect, but wakes up with a side sig, launching himself at Wess, and that should be it. Oh, no, he let Wess kind of down air him on the way down. Wess kind of lucky here, getting back.
Nice
not quite, though. That side air just kind of locking things in.
Kyna's looking very, very nice on the Shimiko. Wess having a very hard time. We could be seeing one of the two Priya players be falling pretty early in this top 8 situation. Wess looking pretty rough so far. He needs to get the stock off of Kyna and equalize things back up. But Kyna, especially for game number 1, doing a very good job handling this Priya situation.
Ooh, and the down air is going to be enough on its own. Wess bringing things back, has chakrams in hand as well. And I'm going to go ahead and go one more cycle of juggling just to make it so that the weapon spawns that much later, but it doesn't really matter. Kyna's able to pick the bow with no problem. And Wess is struggling to get in on this blind fox right now.
Oh, there we go. We're seeing the aerials finally come up. I'm hearing chakram noises in my ear now. Wess is finding some connections. Oh, my goodness. And just like that, he erases Kyna's stock, sends him up to the top, and somehow he took the game. Only a 4 damage differential between those two players, but somehow, some way, Wess getting it done.
Yeah, Wess kind of being a bit of an opportunist, right? I mean, that's kind of the power of chakrams right now as well with that down air. Just puts you in a pesky scenario where you're below it, you get put above it, and then it's able to kind of chain you off of the top KO box. So even though Kyna kind of trying to rush down and get lower, just could not find a situation where he wasn't getting scooped up, got picked up on a dodge, and then just carried it that much closer toward the KO box, got true comboed into a recovery. So all things considered, I think Kyna played that game well, just got caught off one bad dodge, and that spelled doom, right? But I mean, now with that knowledge in hand, I think Kyna might be you know, more inclined to dodge either diagonally or, you know, something here, a little bit more down.
Definitely interested to see what kind of an adaptation that Kyna is going to make here.
Okay. And Wess going ahead and trying to close out this stock. We see a side sig. That's not going to connect either. Gets a scoop here, goes for the true combo into that side light into the D light to go ahead and send them back off stage.
Nice,
and then one falling side air, not enough. And that'll do it.
Okay, all right. Fuse gravity cancel side light. Gonna go ahead and send a Kyna out of here off that stock. And Wess has got a pretty good lead here in game number 2. See what he's gonna be able to extend off of it. Kyna, no weapon to be found. Can't get back on stage. Wess very oppressive right now. Kyna finally hammer in hand, but gets caught in that side light. Wess holding his ground. Whiffed on the second one. Kyna gonna throw those wisps up there, but nothing to be found. Okay, stop Sair. Wess can be taken way down to the bottom, and that is going to get it done. Kyna tying up the stocks 2-all.
All right, let's see here. Kyna doing a great job with this Yumiko. I am a big fan, I will say.
Yeah, that's a clean pick. Clean pick.
Don't get to see Bo too often. these days, you know, especially Yumiko in general. It really is just kind of like Kyna's Yumiko these days. Otherwise, you know, it's generally Kaya or Zariel when we see Bo nowadays.
Yeah.
It was wild. I can't remember the last time I saw like a Koji, which is a weird thing to say. But here we go. Wess trying to end the career of Kyna. Kyna's going to go ahead and recover high and around Wess. Tries to chase off stage, gets caught by the tail end of that recovery, and another recovery is going to be
rough.
Enough. And not really anywhere that Kyna can drift to, right? You know, can't go more to the left, can't go more to the right, didn't have a dodge, so Wess just kind of pulls the trigger on that recovery, and that's all it really takes.
Yeah, once Kyna was up there and he committed to a movement, it was the beginning of the end right there. Ooh, it's a nice interruption from Wess.
Okay. Go for the stomp down air and gets pushed to the corner. And that side sig, even though it doesn't KO, you see how far off the left side it forces the opponent. So he's able to set up for some offstage shenanigans here. And Wess just coming down with his recoveries after recoveries after recoveries, kind of trailing behind now by an entire full stock. Can't take too much damage like this. This tail end of the active frames, I can't believe that connected with Kyna and kind of bet it all and lost for it.
He bet it all. Wow. Okay. So there was definitely a lot of difference between game number 1 and game number 2. I was worried. I was interested to see the adaptations that Kyna made in went the wrong direction. There were no adaptations. Wess definitely got better as that game went on, and Kyna's going to have a really, really, really difficult time turning this around in game number 3.
Yeah, no, that's for certain, right? I mean,
0 damage.
He's going to stick with the Yumiko as well.
I mean,
you know, I get it. I mean,
what else are you going to play?
Yumiko could do it. I mean, hey, we just saw Cassidy go wild. And you know who has a really strong hammer?
This guy
Kyna.
Yeah, this guy named Kyna.
No, it's Kyna. I've never seen Kyna play Blasters, but you wouldn't need to, bro.
You wouldn't need to?
You see this pre-playing sword? Come on now.
Okay, all right, hold on. We're seeing some good grounded offense from Kyna here. Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait a second.
That's that hammer I'm talking about.
We're seeing some kind of movement here, though. He's been a little sluggish so far this set, and we're finally seeing that pep that we're used to seeing from him. Stomp, Sayer, gonna send Wess down. He goes deep to try and contest it.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty precarious scenario for Kyna. Had to think really hard about how he's going to maneuver around all the hitboxes Chocolate could put out there, but managed to do so safely. And one side air away, one down air even, and literally kind of anything at this point. But that's the hard part, is finding the opening. That's going to be a punish, though. Nice timing from Kyna as well, making sure he waited a little bit so he didn't get caught by the tail end of the active frames on that neutral signature. But Wess not trailing behind by too much.
Yeah, that's the first time Kyna has found a lead, though, since game number 1. Oh, nice recovery off the sword from Wess. He's immediately going to throw it away, kind of try to get over there and take the weapon from, but could not get there in time. That is going to go ahead and knock out, and we are all tied up on 2 stocks with, of course, Kyna having the very, very slight health advantage.
All right, Kyna. Looking for an opening here. Can I get a stomp or something? That recovery picks up and is sent so high, right? Kyna's like, I just want to stay grounded. But, you know, Chakram Kit can make it really difficult to commit to that game plan because of just the way that it maneuvers you and combos you. It puts you in this one spot you don't want to be in. And we'll see. Kyna gets the end sig, turns around with the turnaround down there as well to go ahead and extend to some extra damage, but couldn't force the advantage any more than that. Good damage nonetheless, but Wess is the one who has the damage lead.
He does. He's continuing to extend it here, though. Nice turnaround sidelight. Oh, there we go. We see that signature coming to effect. The Wisp coming up, blocking Wess from being able to come back down the stage, staying out of the way of the sidelight. Kyna continuing to put this punish down. The Whisper back out into Nair, and Wess is on the run. Can't find anywhere to land. He does have the Chakram back in hand. We're going to see the split right there, but Kyna going to get the scoop, sending Wess back up. Can he take this stock and continue this lead? Not enough still, Flambeau.
Yeah, I mean, Kyna, you know, jumps for the down air there, and I think the answer might be just your stomp, right? And go for your stomp down, bro. You know, like, and get the conversion that way. I think he thought a little bit too hard maybe about that punish, but it's fine. Gets the end light. Is going to secure the knockout off the side, and just like that, Kyna, you know, in the lead, but just narrowly here. You know, first lead, really, I guess you can say, as far as, you know, the set, but I guess caught by the read from the side signature there, and Kyna on the verge of getting, what, 3-0'd by Wess.
Unfortunately. We have to see what happens, though. Kyna in a good position still, although he has had to work very hard to be in this position here in game number 3. Okay, Wess going to whiff on the come up. Okay, throw the wisp out. That takes away that dare opportunity for Wess. It completely takes it away. He cannot go through those wisps. Oh, but we were seeing the vertical come out from Wess here, though, pressing it against a Kyna. There we go, stomp Sayer. Gonna send him out, weapon throw right above his head. Kyna now on Bo, throwing down the down sig. Wess is gonna punish it, 3-piece.
Not enough.
Oh, that's not enough to get the knockout either, though.
You can see Kyna fishing for that final blow. Needs to stomp Sayer or something. Wess trying to fight an arm. Going to pick up this Chakrams. Now has, you know, the fused kit to threaten with. Goes for the split recovery. Is not going to have enough juice on its own. And Kyna just trying to find the opening. Understanding if he misses here, it could be his game. And that's a miss. But it's not going to be fatal. But it's so close to being.
That is.
And that's the conversion.
That is.
Man, Wess taking out Kyna 3-0. Kyna hard fought in honestly all 3 games. When it came down to it, couldn't be clutch enough to secure those final knockouts when it counted.
Yeah, this is, as we take a look at these replays, this is one of those sets where you go back and you look at the score line and you're like,